Today we're back with the Accord and we're gonna be finally doing the fun stuff. Installing the new coilovers, the new camber arms, the uppers, lowers, the rear uppers, all that stuff is gonna get in. I've been driving this car for about a week now and this drives so terrible with the springs that the boys threw on the car. So I can't wait to get the new suspension on, get it driving comfortable so that then we can mock up the wheels and get them fitted right, because the wheels is what makes the car. I say it. Anytime you lower a car, start modding a car, the wheel literally transforms any car. So let's get to that, get all that installed because we need the wheels on this car ASAP. And of course, before we begin, if you're enjoying the content, if you've enjoyed the series, if you haven't watched the series, go ahead and watch the series. There's about 6 or 7 videos that are done on the Accord from beginning to the point that we're at now. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment on what wheels you think are gonna go on this car. I'll give you guys a hint. It's a one-piece wheel. We're keeping it simple because, like I said in the beginning of the series, this is supposed to be a daily stance car, a car that you can daily anywhere. So let's go ahead, get the car inside the shop so we can install all the new suspension parts. And here we have the full suspension setup for the Accord. We have the max feeding rod coils, which I actually run on my wagon. I love them, haven't had no issues. That's what's going on the Accord. And we have their full adjustable arms for the Accord. So of course, thank you Max Feeding Rod. They definitely hooked us up a little bit with that. And we're gonna get all the front suspension put in with the camber arms, coils, and then we're gonna work on the rear. I'm gonna throw on the arms first is the plan, and then the coils, get that everything adjusted. So then that hopefully we can get the wheels fitted and nice. And the car riding good, because right now the car rides like complete shit. All right, so this should be pretty simple. I'm gonna start with 14 on the top, 17 for the fork. Look at the springs these guys put on this shit. They just grabbed the spring from my old coilover that I had thrown on the floor. This was literally riding just on shock. It was so bad, so bad. Now we're gonna do the camber arm first. These have fittings for grease. We filled them all with grease, so those should be good. I'm gonna try to tighten them so that they face this way. So now the fittings are gonna be facing this way, so if whoever wins this car needs to, for some reason, re-grease these, it'll be easy. There we go. Ah, tú eres fuerte, yo no puedo.
What are we doing here?
Now we got a nice camera angle. Instead of that static, boring camera angle, we got Franco behind the camera.
Ready to go.
This side is basically done. I put 1 inch. I think 1 inch is good. I don't know how low that's gonna go or how high. But obviously the height is temporary regardless because the wheels are not on. But I want it at least at the height that it was at with the thingy majiggy.
Just side note, Lasandro's been at this side for like 2 hours already.
No, I have not.
When's the last time you changed coilovers on a car?
The wagon.
How long ago?
GAT.
Okay, so that wasn't that long ago.
And in GAT, I did that shit, nigga. I had that shit down pat. I was quick with it somehow. This side took me longer with just doing the top bolts because it brought extra studs or whatever. I guess because it fits the TSX too, maybe. I don't know. I think this is actually lower than the other side right now.
I feel like once you start one side, like
the other side is quick.
Yeah, easy, boom, boom.
Look at this. You know how these niggas threw these springs on, right? The fuck, they didn't put the washer back, so I've been driving with this shit with basically nothing on top for the past week. But now I think I'll have enough room to put that bottom bolt over here. Let's
very
see.
Dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Yeah, oh, maybe not.
But you know Alessandro doesn't care.
What?
It's very dangerous to drive like that, but you...
I didn't know.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean,
true.
it was clunking
Also
and
true.
shit, but I just thought it was because it was a ghetto suspension.
Stupid, nigga.
It's stupid.
Stupid. Only Chris trips over dumb shit like that. Look at this. Que loco? Dime a ver.
All right, we got the fronts all done. Coilover in, camber arm in, everything bolted up nice. I left it with a 1-inch gap here, so I still have room to go down if I need to when I put the wheels on and stuff. Everything fit nice. Grease fittings are nicely pointed this way. So now let's get onto the rear, which it shouldn't be too hard because this is a Florida car and I know there's not a lot of rust or anything on it because when the boys did throw on the springs on it, Gabe and Chris both said the car was super, super nice to take the nuts out and all that stuff. So let's get to doing the rear and see at what height it's gonna sit. Obviously, this is not gonna be the permanent height until we put the wheels on, but hopefully it's still pretty decently low because it looks good when it's tucking the tire. So for the rear, we have the toe arm, the lower camber arm, and the upper camber arm, and the coilover, obviously. So let's get this removed. Everything is so clean, so it should be easy. Damn, I should have took this side wheel off while the car was lower. So I kind of adjusted it to somewhat of the OEM length so that it's kind of similar, but it doesn't 100% matter. But I wanted the alignment to be kind of close because I'm not gonna align the car right away, even though it's gonna be super off once I take this off. But you know, it is what it is. And I'm taking off camber from the top, so still gonna be off, but I'm gonna try to put the arms at least as close as possible as OEM on the lowers because I'm not gonna really touch that even after because I'm gonna do all my camber through the top. So I'm gonna get the other arm so I can do what I told you guys where it kind of adjusted to the OEM length. About there-ish. Let's see. A little bit longer. There you go. All right, everything is on, coilover is in. I gotta just lock the rings. Arms are in, everything is in. Let's put the wheels on and see what height this is. You guys, I don't know. I don't know if this height is gonna do it. Maybe when we put the wheels and the tires on, but the front, I don't have that much play left. Obviously, I still gotta drive the car so that it settles. This suspension does settle a lot, but I don't know if this height is gonna do it. I have a solution because I have shorter shocks, but I only have 2. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned to see what we end up doing because I don't know if this height is gonna cut it. So that's how we're gonna end today's video, with this height right here. Because like I said, I don't have time to lower the front that 1 inch that it has. But even then, I don't know if that height is gonna cut it for me. Maybe with the wheels, I think the rear is gonna be fine. The front, maybe when I lower it might be fine. If not, we're gonna have to figure this out because the build has to be perfect. It has to be how I would build it, and height is super important to me. But other than that, subscribe to the channel, like the video, stay tuned for the next video to see what we do about this height because I don't know if it's gonna cut it. Nah, I couldn't end the video like that. Yesterday, you guys saw the height of the car, right? So, like I said, the front there, the shock has an inch that I can lower. The rear is maxed out, but I'm not worried about the rear because I still have camber that I can add and stuff, and that's gonna drop the car. But I have the solution, I think. In my house, I had the short shocks from the wagon that I never used. I have the short springs here at the shop. So I'm gonna swap out the fronts for these short shocks, and hopefully that solves that whole issue because I could deal with this height. Like I said, this is no camber or anything. I just gotta get the front to match that because that right there, not it. So for some reason the mic turned off when I was recording this, but I'm just showing you guys the differences of the shock that was on the car and the new shock that's going on. You can see it's way shorter. This shock is 2 inches shorter than the shock that was on the car with that height. So this is gonna be the solution so we can fix that front height because we need this car to be slammed. So you can see with the new setup that we have here, with them even on top, you can see how much shorter the new setup is. So I gotta replicate it on this side, and we have some wiggle room too. So we gotta go lower, which I don't think we have to on the new wheels. We might have to raise it a little bit. We have that room because the shock is up to like around here. So let's get that set up here, throw it on the car, and the Accord should be perfect. Done. I got them both matching in height. So the preload should be pretty similar. I'm gonna tighten the preload a little bit more once it's on the car, but at least I know the starting point is the same and even. the last thing I gotta do is put the lower mount, tighten everything up, and we should be good to go. All right, let's see if this worked. Hopefully, the height all the way raised up looks pretty good. So, is it OD low? Like too low? Oh no, we good. The back, I mean, compared to the back. Damn, now look at the back. On the bright side, the front is fixed. And we have room to go up. The most important part, the back is easy. I can figure out the back. Because the front, I think with the wheels, regardless, it has to go up. I think. So,
Right now, that tire tuck,
yeah, exactly. And it's 18s, da, 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 da. I'm glad I didn't leave you guys hanging in the video because yesterday it was ending with the height not good at all. And now the rear height is not good at all. But once the wheels are in, and I'm probably gonna order the tires this week or next week because, you know, the budget kind of tight right now.
SG has 4 in stock. I don't know. Just letting you know.
What size?
215, 35.
I'm doing 40s. You know, I'm trying
Never mind.
to take care of all my niggas, make sure they comfy.
SG's warehouse has it in stock.
But yeah, so now this is the official ending of the video. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, because hopefully, the next video we throw the wheels on. We still gotta shave the quarters, shave the front fenders, which I should have been done before paint, but it is what it is. Subscribe to the video. And I almost forgot to tally up what we spent in this video because, of course, the whole point of this is to see how much we can build a budget stance car for. So we're gonna add up the parts that we used today, how much we spent, and then at the end of the series, we're gonna tally everything up and see how much it costs to build a budget stance car. So the first part we installed was the coilovers from Max Speeding Rods, and if you were to get these coilovers for your Accord, they would cost $439. And of course, Max Speeding Rod offers coils for a whole bunch of cars. So if you need a set, there's a link in the bio. You can search them up and see if they make a set for your car. And the other stuff that we installed in this video was all the control arms that we also got from Max Speeding Rods. That the whole set of arms is $283. That included all the rear camber arms and the front upper camber arms. So I think that's a really good price for all those arms. And like I said, there's a link in the description that you could use to get a discount and get your set. So in total, what we spent in this video was basically all the suspension stuff. We spent a total of $722. So let's add that to the budget because I'm very curious on how much this whole build is gonna cost. So far, I think we're doing pretty good.